Alright, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm here for Benny. Expected some good stuff from Rick High too, but you know I'm here. Some dope features on here too, and I think a lot of people in the BSF lineup got potential, so let's get into it.
Fresh pants, nigga.
They about to have this nigga just talking for 3 minutes, huh? That's definitely what's about to happen.
Can't nobody fuck with me, you know, nigga.
There is no need for this to be 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
You ever had motherfucking peanut butter Captain Crunch with motherfucking rosé before?
The crack Olympics ain't a new sport. We in competition like Marlboro is the Newport.
That line is super light, but starting rapping 2 minutes into the song is kind of wild.
Roll the Tesla window down and let the cig spray. Death to the ops, long live Shay. Just know before you try me, I'm only giving headshots like a fat bitch on IG.
Oh no, what did I get into? No. I didn't know who Fuego Bass is. Shout out to him for having a record deal, but nah, that was not it. A bunch of outdated bars. The fat girl headshot that's been said before. Then competition like Newport and Marlboro. No need for the 2 minutes of Westside Gun talking. Here is Benny the Butcher to the rescue on Shay Face.
If I said it, then I stand on it. 100 bands on it.
I like these
keys. I got my hands on it, dance on it. It break down just like a transformer. I break down just like a fan moment.
Okay.
Bundles with a butter hat. Me hustling made my mother mad. My bro just bought his bitch a Birkin bag. My bitch like the post. I told that bitch you better work for that.
That's hilarious.
Any competition is a hearse.
Y'all niggas came to big homie, breaking bread when my OG got championships, hustling like we Duncan and Ginobili. Before rap,
yes, sir.
I was somewhere in a trap cozy, turned 8 to 24, thinking rest in peace Kobe.
That's fire. That's fire.
How to get rich for dummies, this money you never seen. Watch me run up the numbers off hunger and never greed.
It's a tough rhyme scheme. It's a slanted 5-syllable.
Stick in my bedroom and my intentions is murderous. Cause a home invasion is way different from burglaries. For you
Facts.
ever heard of me, had a connect serving me. I played the anchor man for my team like Ron Burgundy.
Hey, there we go. Cause I thought this video was about to go left after that intro. Thought we was gonna have a whole different energy, but that was a tough song. The beat has that late 2000s, early 2010 trap feel, which is really the lane Benny the Butcher grew up rapping on. I do think he sounds better on those minimal East Coast beats, but he can't do it. I definitely think Rick High sounds really good on beats like that. It was pretty tough. Not the most modern sounding beat, but the keys went crazy, and I thought the bass was dope too. Rick High went in on his verse. He had a couple of really slick lines, pretty good rhyme schemes, and Benny the Butcher, you know what he do with the syllables. Great storytelling as well. Yeah, that was tough. This is 297 Parkside.
I'm always smoking the blunt. I'm always holding the gun. I always been a nigga to give the people what they want. Being broke made me humble. Now I got no choice but to stunt. I stayed down on my 10 so long. I fucked up my ones. I could've. We had bricks in the door. Now we got skyboxes and seats on the floor. Hope they don't come. Hell if the feds watching, cooking in my gallery, turning what I love into a salary. Some niggas switch sides, and that same moment became casualty. Lesson learned, you just gotta let it burn like calories. We was small chat, make you go zone, nigga. Fall back, this rap shit like my bitch when we text fight. All caps, my homies got this spot like an Apple store. All thanks, I just come collect what I'm asking for. All stacks.
Rick High keeping me engaged for sure. Boy, when Camino was rapping, man, it was sounding like sleep music. Like, the beat is cool. It ain't nothing crazy. The sample is pretty cool. But I think it sounded even more bare because Camino came with a light verse. I ain't heard it from him in a minute. He gonna have to knock the rust off. I think his content was alright, but it was pretty straightforward, and the rap was pretty elementary to me, which, you know, he can do. But he's going to have to bring some flair, whether it be his little melodic bag, some charisma. He just didn't do that here. Rick High brought it on his verse, though. He had a really gritty verse. I like his punchlines. Outside of the Apple Mac flip, which, you know, people say all the time, he brought it. The energy, the delivery, rhyme schemes were clean. I was tough from Rick High. Of course, it's pretty cool, too. I like Stove God Cook's delivery on it. Should have gave a nigga a verse, though. This is Danger Zone.
My bros are wrong, smoke you like some Cali tree. Only A's and B's I ever got to salt and batteries. I cut it off, got some soft, and I got it shaking. Bros doing 7 in the yard for a conversation. I get the windows jumping, Killer Dell pistol clutching. Most of the people listening to my music really into something.
Alright.
Hit me on the zig, if even for a quick discussion. Do this for my dogs who did bids and feed their kids from hustling. We ain't on the gram talking indirect. Feeding mainline the gram, now blood's coming out his neck like disrespect. So many nights posted in
That's
the
a
danger
pretty
zone.
bar. That was a good verse. I ain't heard of this nigga either, but it's a good verse.
Spoke 3 times in the cookie swole. Crack fiends in the spot, had a steady flow. Nigga talking like he wanted, but he pussy though. Glass house full of stones, but the window broke. Think the neighbors smell of fume, we been cooking coke. They know
Since what's her name was selling coochie. What I sell got orange hair like Danny Bonaducci. They told me I was next up. I replied, I'm right now. Made a killing sitting next to Kerr like I'm Mike Brown. If you come to Buffalo, I'll break that little bite down. It's something in them bitches, cause they legalizing chronic. Bag it up in 7 sticky fingers like the onyx. When you work for what you promise.
I like that
It feel
line,
good
that
to know
sticky
you
fingers
got it.
line.
Put yourself in a position to put people in the power.
Alright, I ain't mad at that, especially from the rapping. The rapping was pretty dope. I never heard of OT the real, but he had a dope verse. He took a little second to start up, but once he got a couple bars in, he was going in. He had pretty much a 3-syllable throughout the whole verse, and he threw some M-rhymes in towards the second half of his verse. His descriptiveness and his imagery was really dope. I think he brought the imagery and descriptiveness too. I think he just didn't have the technical rapping and some of the punches that OT had in his verse. I think Rick Hyde probably still had the best verse. A little bit more variety with his rhyme schemes, and he's just a nice puncher, but not mad at that. OT had the second verse, he had the worst verse. Benny wrong for having these niggas rap on these demo beats though. That beat sounded free. One of them beats you get off YouTube. This is Pandemic Flow. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is an actual producer. This is not Rick Hyde and Benny the Butcher producing this. Let me see. Okay, this is Benny the Butcher and Alchemist.
Look at the flick of the wrist. I bet you 100 one flick of the finger and niggas is getting
Oh, this flow is cold too.
Niggas is lazy, I'm going so crazy. I did a 180, my life is amazing. Aside from the bullshit, I've never been greater. All about green like I'm Kimber and Tatum. I run the point like LeBron at the Staples. Whenever you need me, I'm willing to enable. If it's so hell as a clip for the music, they're waiting on 50 like I'm in the unit. The price for the grams was like 6 of them 20s. 5 every hour, easy 600. My cup running over with nothing but blue faces. Bitch, all them screw faces lead to assumption. My youngin' be clearing the scene when
he is snapping.
40 like Harrison Barnes. 21 shots like it just became legal. Call it Damascus and see you the call. It's crazy cause
No, the way Rick rapping, he finna get him a 10-day contract at Griselda. That nigga in his bag right now. That flow is crazy.
I've been running this shit so long, I'ma be honest, it's not even fair. Niggas is pussy, that side over there, so why would I care if somebody got air? They switching my bitch, I'm rich as a bitch. Knots in my pocket and knots in my head. I got your bitch, she all in my dick. I told that hoe to get out of my hair. I'm from on some shit, no respect shit. You know they can't breathe when I'm in the building, that boy asbestos. You know that boy the freshest.
That's so stupid. The best line.
I pull the watch out, play the field like I'm Steph Diggs on a hot route. I'm eating baklava.
That age, well, he torched Ramsey.
I'm out of my llama, I'm out of my mind. Out of my data, no matter the climb. Stagger the ladder, I'm waving a wand. Abracadabra, you rather the chick get the letter A. You know the ones followed by an E. I rap nice, but I can't spell, cause I put the K before IND.
Nah, this beat was insane. The sample was spooky. I like the piano stabs that came in. The drums sounded great. This album, like, you know them things on Instagram where it'd be like, build a team with $15 and like the fire players are $5 and then they had the role players at $1. Like they spent their whole $15 on this album on this one Alchemist beat. It was like, give me Al for $14 and we'll handle the rest. Let me stop playing. Let me listen to the rest of the album first. But yeah, that beat was tough. Rick Hyde, dog. Best verse on the song, best verse on the album so far. That double time was sick and he was talking through it. The imagery was dope. I like when he got into his little luxury talk at the end of his verse. Conway, I really like the double time that he did and that flow that he got in to start the verse. I think he lost steam once he stopped the double time, but he did bring it as well. Corey Guns, maybe I'm just judging this nigga. I thought he was good when he was in that group with Lupe that only dropped one song. Can't remember their names. But like, bro, he just beginning this double time flow and don't be saying nothing. The like letter spelling out scheme, that was like the closest thing to a good bar. But like, this nigga don't be saying nothing. And this is Bastard Child.
They know.
Crazy. such a bright and airy sample, and the pair it up with these drums.
Eastside Grammy, nigga. You know the find me, nigga. Look, I come from bastard business, kicking like Master Splinter. Coulda got life in prison for making some bad decisions. All these niggas on my phone, bitches wanna take selfies now. Good dog, no bones. They ain't even wanna help me out. Nigga used to sell cook up. I done fucked around and pushed up. Now it's new VVs, Benz 12Vs. We been on a good run.
Alright, sick beat, but I think the production definitely carried the rapping on this song. He's not a bad rapper at all, but with this style of hip hop, where the beat's pretty minimal, you have a single sample that's getting looped. You can't just be a good rapper, or else it's going to get really, really boring. And here he rapped 30 plus bars, and he was really talking. Like, he was really talking that street lifestyle. But I don't think that's enough to make it a good song. Maybe if all them bars just really, really, really resonate with you, you'll get more enjoyment out of it. But the rapping is too straightforward. You know, 2 syllables, no end rhymes, decent imagery, but no real flair to it. And then he's going for 30-something bars. Nah, that ain't for me. This is Times is Rough.
I'm running out of reasons to feel sorry. It's blood in the streets. You gon' get mud on your cleats when it feels soggy. Sure they gotta use both hands. And Chill's got me. Plug told me when my record stopped selling, he still got me.
That's hilarious.
Last summer, bookies wanna know what I'm betting on. Set the bar, kept it tall, came through like a wrecking ball. Niggas can't touch a brick without putting my record on. 6 figures out of dirty Pyrex. Thought that was all? I met with gloves on just in case you was wrong, nigga. And if it ain't Griselda's love songs, nigga.
Tough verse, man. A lot of punches in it, too.
Seeing Rick go stupid on his primo shit. Stack paper like Pringo chips. I done seen those bricks. Speaking coke in the lingo.
Nah, this is a good rhyme scheme.
Doing Migo tricks. Half a kilo wrist. They on me now.
Nah, he looking snapping.
Dope money gave my ego a lift. I rode the Rego with Knicks. Spend your re-up money shopping at Fifth. Street niggas at the top of the list. I was taking them risks.
1,000 grams on it, this shit. You weighted up wrong, nigga. I'm running base, I'm really upshot, nigga. I know Cam and upscale like what up, y'all niggas. Since place 2, I'm a upsell, now it's fuck y'all niggas. I turned 10 into a 50, nearly lost like 37 of it. I had 13 left, I put 11 on it. Nick Walinda never lost my balance. You gon' have to dig deeper than Dallas, motherfucker, huh?
I just spent a minute talking about why he ain't that great and he just go and do that. He had a verse, man. Benny definitely had the best verse on that song. But he came with it, man. That opening rhyme scheme, the Vivo-ish rhyme scheme that he had was sick. And then I even like how he merged that into his next rhyme scheme. He definitely stepped it up with the rapping. I thought Rick High's verse was a little step down from Benny and Heems. He had a couple good bars in there though that digs deeper than Dallas line. That took me a second to catch, but that's actually a pretty dope line. He be getting torched on them deep routes though, so I might have to take some points off of that bar. But yeah, then the Primo beat is sick. I love the scratching on it. But yeah, that's a tough song. I see everybody use that as the lead single. This is Mustachios.
Hey, hear me. These niggas sick, I can't stand this steamer. Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, boomeranging on my 7th Street. All them glass slippers and pumpkins, not no fairy tale. Put the blues on the Iron Maiden, that's a carousel. I'm Jay Jerkins with the morphines and Sam Perkins for the 14 finger rolling. I think I'm Iceman Gervin, blunt in my left. Steering wheel, I've been living dastardly. Poured the drink, so think my cup look like I'm sipping daiquiris. While all these niggas rapping me, it ain't no capping me. It's mafia, what else? You already know where we at with me.
Bro, it is. Bro, the imagery and Brody's storytelling, man, he's doing it different than everybody right now. Their styles are completely different, but he kind of got that same appeal as I got from Benny the Butcher. And Brody hasn't always been like this on his career. I think Price of Tea in China definitely jump-started, but the improvements he's made in the last 2 years, I think he's making a case for being one of the best rappers right now.
Heard him talking, I wish he would. First he say it to my back, then he give me dap and show me love. Could hit the plug, tell him send a ton, but fuck that. I'm trying to stash a milli for my son. Water like Jesus legs. Rated the rib twice.
Nigga came out the gate with that outdated bar. Nigga, how many niggas have said that already?
Rated the rib twice. I beat the feds. My 3.5 the size of Easter eggs. But I'm higher in disrespect than they firing on the block like I'm Bonham. I'm shooting until I'm tired. I'm the god, nigga.
Oh my goodness, bro. He said on the block like I'm Bynum. Bynum. Andrew Bynum. So to go with that flip being 10 years old, he's gonna pick a player who played 10 years ago. He's finna go left.
Swole from shooting Diddy in they arm. I dope a 9, this shit the bomb. I be feeling like Saddam, nigga. Fact, look, a whole war, cause you ain't cooking to the oils. So I gassed them, had them hitters looking for you.
But they would just snip this song, trim it down about a minute 30. It would have been it. For him, just go back to what I said 2 songs ago. All that applies here. Jay's Fatty was bad. That was a lot of played out bars, just back to back to back. That was insane. That was actually impressive. Yeah, now that I think about it, it was just like a TBT joint. This was a throwback joint. Yeah, take back everything I said. B had a good sample with the guitar, but I don't think the drums fit it. It is what it is. This is Lilo.
Pray Jack your balls. Bone Dub.
This is actually a really random feature list now that I think about it.
Go get the mop, go get the broom, gun in my foot of the loom. I told my bitch to turn on the news, yeah. Bitch, tryna show me your boobs, I'm tryna get in my groove. I run in your spot, just waving my tool, I told them don't make a move. Shot on my ducks, play me nigga now. Go get the stick, we playing with fire. Christopher Wallace, they ready to die, yeah. You know we ready to lie. Somebody
told my thing. Remember when nobody listened, when nobody came? Yeah, just me and my pain. Hustling, struggling, thugging, and clutching for days. I shouldn't be from the bottom, but still right on top of them. So many doubters out there counting us. Dodging the coppers, my ground was anonymous. Robbing imposters, digging in their pockets. We did it for profit. It's business, never personal in this game.
Song definitely got appeal. I like that they went for it. Super nostalgic, everything down to the beat. Both the guitars and that sim sounded like something that Bone Thugs would have rapped on in their prime. I didn't love the beat, but it fit. They had El Camino sounded like El Bone in that one. Both him and Luciano got into that melodic pocket, but really the Bone Thugs melodic pocket. Luciano did it more so with his flow, but Camino did it with his flow and his singing. I think he had the best verse here. Crazy's verse was fine. It sounded like it was straight out of their late 90s, 2000s run. But, you know, rapping, both the double time and melodic rapping has evolved. So I think it's novel, but it's nothing crazy. Like Camino's verse sounded like an updated version of that style. But sonically, I do think it sounded good. It's just kind of the lyricism, the lyrics that was lagging behind. Cool song. I ain't coming back to it, but I'm glad I heard it. This is Bigger BSF.
I see you niggas hating, but ain't getting no buzz from me. Used to have the floor, then I took the Henry Ruggs from me. 150 in the hood every day because they need me. I'm just trying to show my dedication too, just like I'm Wheezy. Waiting on that pad on my back like I'm wheezing. It's cool cause I know God bless me just like I'm sneezing. I'm polished and I'm seasoned.
Don't nigga, you don't wanna try me. East side of the trench is where I be. With a big 4 Nick on side me. The UICU on an IV. On the block where I grew was grimy. See my own day one try slime me. Put my whole left hand in diamonds. Bust down Rolly, perfect timing. Rap niggas in the black bag. Everybody get a toe tag. 50 P's in a coach bag. On the run from the drug task.
It's like when you playing pickup ball and a dude do like a nasty cross step back spin move, hit a shot from 3, and you think they are him. But like that's the only shot they hit the whole run. That's what he did. He fooled me with that opening flow because it was pretty dope. The rest of them, nah.
Position, how they made it off the block. Now I got them niggas dissing. Tell them meet me at the top, or they never get a mention. It's a problem, lick a shot, or we pay them no attention. They know.
I be trying to teach legacy to them. Y'all still be comparing the cake. Broke people counting rich people, money seem like the American way. I ain't have to touch a brick lately, but my neck 200 and my wrist 80. Hoe spoil like a big baby, pussy so good I call her Miss Lady.
These hoes can't fuck with mommy. Pull up G-Wag with the banging body. Real niggas bring that flame about me. Got the illest niggas in the game behind me. Fake bitches stay the fuck from around me before I fold a bitch like an origami. Stripping game, put that shit behind me, but I still manage keep a pole around me.
Look, man, I don't say stuff is trash to be a mean person. I say stuff is trash to build trust. Because if I was to say this song was good, how would y'all trust any of my other opinions? That song was trash. It's bad when Armani Caesar got one of the better verses because Armani Caesar is not good. Armani Caesar is like East Coast Flo Milli. She's on par with a lot of the female radio rappers. She says pretty basic bars. I'm gonna fold you like origami. Pretty generic brags. She does have pretty good delivery, and she'll occasionally get into some decent rhyme schemes, but she's not that good. Much better than Heem's verse. And then Rick Hyde, too, he surprised me. That was the worst verse of the album for him. He had the Henry Ruggs bar and the Dedication 2 bar, so it wasn't a complete wash. But yeah, that was real life from Hyde, real basic rapping. Benny had a dope verse, wasn't enough to save the song. Good 4-syllable rapping. That's another day in the office for him, but yeah. Alright, this is Brody. Somebody gonna have to write the shit, man.
Was restless, chain smoking soon as the stress hits. I was reckless because I knew I was protected. Soon as this check hit, I'ma go buy a bigger necklace. Investments, it ain't really much question about who the best is.
I like this
I'm the king on board, like how chest is. We the young niggas that's bringing back the essence. Streets made me this way. These are my confessions. I would've risked it all for a stack in the new 11s. I wasn't always connected. At first I sold sevens. Me with no hustle. That's like a church with no reverend.
He kept that little 2-syllable necklace rhyme scheme going for a minute. It was dope too.
Everybody wanna be big and wanna be pop. Wanna be the trigger man, but don't wanna be shot. Wanna be like Nas or J, Dipset of the lots. Master P and No Limit, freeing beans with the rock. All the hustling I did, trying to be like my pops. Had me stressing in the crib, on the run from the cops.
That last song would probably make any song sound good, but yeah, that song was solid. It was solid. The first verse was good from Camino, especially that first rhyme scheme that he got into. The second verse kind of rough as far as the rhyme scheme. You know, I actually pay attention to like the syllables and stuff, and he was doing like 1-syllable rapping, which is 1-syllable rapping be making my skin crawl, man. Like, bro, Rakim didn't make Eric B as president in the 80s for niggas to be rapping 1-syllable. Leave that to like Curtis blowing them. Beat was tough. Outside of Alchemist and Primo, that was one of the better beats though. That vocal sample was dope. Key sounded good. Crisp, simple drums that I think actually fit the sample. And then here's, how is Mr. Pyrex Man out here? Benny's like, yo, regardless of how this tastes out, I'm going to throw Mr. Pyrex Man on it and save it. All right, let's listen to it. Let's clean our palate.
I'm Mr. Pyrex Man. Got my chicken up, whipping up, dropping off and picking up. Nigga, what? My picture still up on Seneca. Hit a lick and split it up. Benz
that round
it up. Spend more on jewels cause I don't give a fuck. Niggas know my face card, run it up. I don't take long fast albums. I hate y'all's. My shit be really hitting through a duffel bag. Right to the plug like a shuffle pass. Impossible. I blew through obstacles, niggas struggle past. Gave niggas game and they fumbled that. I come with that. Humble flex. This Cartier dripping, doing jumping jacks. Can't take niggas serious. I pop big shit and get these rap niggas furious. My bitch be like, period. Stones in the cube and get cold as Lake Erie get.
Man, that song's like a year old. That nigga think he's slick for putting it on there. One of the best songs on the album. Easily one of the best songs on the album. His rapping is sick. Start to finish is sick. And it do fit the aesthetic of the album. They rapped over a lot of trap influence beats. Real similar to the beats he was rapping on when he first got signed to Griselda. So Benny can do it. He definitely sounds better on these East Coast inspired beats by Derringer, Alchemist, that brand of hip hop and production. But if he insists on rapping on this type of beat, I think this is better than a lot of the beats on that album, and the rapping was good. The rapping was really good. But overall, man, this had ups and downs, like toxic relationship. This was kind of a rough listen. It had its bright spots, but when Benny or Rick Hyde wasn't rapping, it got bad at points. Now, to be fair, a lot of these guys are really early in their career, and a lot of this is about getting them exposure. Also, it's safe to say that if this wasn't a Benny project, I wouldn't be listening to it. So yeah, not high on this one. Rick Hyde had a lot of dope performances though, especially on the first half of the album, and that Pandemic Flow, that song's special. Benny also brought it with every single verse. Also had some good features from OT, who I wasn't familiar with, and Brody James snapped on his song too. But yeah, overall, this is not a really good project.